Have you ever paused to wonder, are the people around you truly sincere? It's a question we rarely ask outright, but deep down, we've all felt the discomfort of uncertainty. Jealousy and deceit often wear clever disguises: friendly smiles, kind words, even warm applause. Picture this. You achieve something you're deeply proud of. You share the news with someone close, expecting genuine happiness. Yet, instead of celebration, their congratulations feel hollow, their smile slightly forced. It's a fleeting moment, but it lingers in your mind like an unspoken truth. In this video, we're diving deep into the art of discernment, 10 powerful methods rooted in Stoic philosophy to uncover hidden jealousy and deception. These insights will not only help you build more meaningful relationships, but also bring you closer to a lasting sense of peace and clarity in life. Let's begin. 1. Observe their actions. There is action louder than words. Someone can say all the right things, but their actions are often betraying the real reason. Pay close attention to the difference between what they say and what they do. Imagine this. You achieve big, and a colleague showers you with praise, but after the fact, you find out that they're subtly undermining you to others. The glaring red flag that they say what they are going to do to please you, but their actions are telling you the real story. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, reminds us, do not waste time longer debating what a good man should be. Be one. Rather than falling victim to their lies or facing down their envy, live congruently. Whatever your values are, let your actions reflect them, and you'll notice a tendency to attract similar people. 2. Evaluate their response to your success. This is one of the clearest ways to find out how someone really feels about you after you have done something great. The people who genuinely care for you will celebrate with you when you achieve something and will even cheer you on. But jealous individuals? Part of responding to their comments often uncovers their own confusion. If they try to criticize or downplay that accomplishment, their ire becomes apparent in their manner upon conversing with you. Picture this scenario. It's been months of work on a project. You're just about done working on it, and you finally find that it pays off. They burst with heartfelt congratulations, but for some reason a single person is rather less than thrilled. They don't celebrate, however. They all build it up and make slight jabs like, "You got lucky," or "Could you keep it up?" Their words sting of bitterness but come in a playful tone. No matter what the opinions are, Stoic wisdom wants us to stay unfazed. As said by Epictetus, it's not what happens but how you respond to it that counts. Rather than feeding off someone's jealousy to steal your joy or dull your spirit, lean into your meaningful relationships, those where support just flows. The reactions of others have nothing to do with you. That's the character of the other person. Don't confront them in anger or disappointment when you realize you're unsuccessful at finding the truth in people. When you look at it as a lesson in discernment, however, it is good. Surround yourself with people who give you positive energy, who smile at you through happiness, and don't compete for attention. You don't have time to waste with people who don't celebrate your victories. Ultimately, every success is a reminder to remain grounded. Don't let praise inflate your ego or criticism undermine your confidence. Use these moments to strengthen your commitment to personal growth and gratitude, ensuring that your character remains steady no matter how others respond. By valuing sincerity and distancing yourself from negativity, you create a life filled with meaningful connections, ones built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine joy for each other's success. 3. Notice how they treat those who can't benefit them. To understand someone's character, watch how they treat people who have nothing to give them. Such a simple act shows sincerity or its absence. Deceitful or insincere people reserve their best behavior for those that they think can benefit them, and genuine individuals respect and are kind to everyone regardless of status. Imagine a workplace scenario. You have a colleague who is so thoughtful to the boss, compliments everything they do, and offers help. Still, when they are dealing with junior staff or assistants, they speak with a completely different tone. Then they are dismissive, impatient, or even rude. This is a clear duality. Insincerity is as clear as day. Their kindness is conditional, based on self-interest rather than true. A lesson epitomized was that of Marcus Aurelius, who was a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor. Although he had great power, there was nothing haughty about him. He respected everyone, from senators to servants alike. "Don't act like you're going to live 10,000 years, he wrote. "You have life in you. Be good." His words remind me to always be mean in very small quantities of the time if it's ever warranted at all. When you see it happening with others, it's a chance to look at yourself. Do you treat well people who are powerless to change your world but have power over you? Are you as kind to your distant relative as you are to your community and your bosses? When you hold yourself to a higher standard, you set yourself up to be even better and help to inspire good behavior in others. Recognizing arrogance or insincerity in someone's behavior doesn't mean you have to confront them or call them out. Instead, it's a reminder to adjust your interactions with them. Protect your energy by prioritizing relationships with people who treat everyone with fairness and dignity. In life, true sincerity isn't about grand gestures or flattering words. It's found in small, consistent acts of kindness. Those who value all people equally, regardless of their ability to give something in return, are the ones worth keeping close. As you navigate relationships, let this principle guide you and surround yourself with those who uplift not just you, but everyone they encounter. 4. Distinguish between praise and flattery. Praise can elevate, but flattery can be misleading. That's the trick, differentiating between them. The most genuine compliments tend to concentrate on specific achievements or qualities and are mottos or encouragements. On the other hand, flattery is too excessive, too vague, or too exaggerated, and it does not benefit what it purports to serve. This difference is crucial to the authentic relationship, but also to protect yourself from manipulation. Consider a situation when someone's continuously lauding or giving you a hard time, but their words are not hard-hitting, or maybe flat, sharp, and hollow. For example, picture a coworker whose only comment on your ideas is to praise them, no matter what their merit. Initially, their words might feel good to you, but over time you realize that they are not really with you. They give you no true support or empathy. They really don't even collaborate. This is not genuine admiration. It's a symptom of flattery. Marcus Aurelius offered a timeless reminder for situations like this. The reaction is what matters, not what happens to you. Don't get clouded when you receive praise. Instead of you giving yourself a compliment, use your self-awareness to evaluate if you have, in fact, achieved this thing and if the compliment is being said from a sincere place. Practice humility in this. Congratulate people with genuine praise, but don't allow compliments to go to your ego. Also be wary of the dismissal of constructive criticism, because it's usually from people who do care about your growth. There's introspection for these forms of feedback. Ask yourself, does this praise feel earned? Am I practicing what I preach? Sometimes flattery is a manipulation tool. It might be used so they may please you, convince you to do things, or hide their true motives. Being aware of these tactics will keep you from getting hooked into false relationships. However, there's another layer to this lesson. How do you give praise? The doctrine of the Stoics teaches us to be sincere and moderate in our words. Instead of offering empty flattery, complain about other people's appearance and offer empty wishes for them to get better. In other words, instead of, "You're so great at everything," say, "Your presentation was extremely well researched and engaging." It builds trust and meaningful connections. By learning to keep flattery at arm's length, far away from our ethics, values, and plain sense of fairness, you enable yourself to build a strong foundation for real relationships and avoid the kind of people you don't want around. Live a life where your words and actions are based on sincerity, and fill your life with people who give you honest, constructive feedback and surround you with the empty flattery, not lifting you up. If you do so, you'll be building a network of trust and mutual respect that can then lay the foundation for long-term personal growth. 5th, monitor consistency. Character shows up when you are consistent. The authentic person will live the actions and principles even when they are under any circumstance, in an instance with any person out there. Instead, People that are driven by jealousy or deceits tend to change their behavior looking for personal gain, or sometimes change their circumstances. The lack of consistency is a clue that this is what they really wanted. What if your friend is behind you when things are good, but disappears when things get tough? Maybe you already know about someone who puts on a good act of being nice and helpful to everyone around them off stage, but behind closed doors they say nasty things about other people. It's not like these contradictions are random. Usually, they are pointing to more complicated problems like insecurity, jealousy, and self-serving motives. Stoic wisdom cautions us to see pattern more than action. As Marcus Aurelius advised, "I shall gladly change any thought or action if someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake. For the truth never harmed anyone," said it, "for it is the truth I seek." This insight helps us not only look within us, but also seek truth in the actions of others. To see whether someone is behaving consistently, specifically during conflict or stress, we look for recurring behaviors. What happens when they turn the heat up? Do they stay true to their values, or do they throw them away when it's convenient? As an example, a person who preaches fairness but claims credit for teamwork all the time may take on the front of a self-centered person over time. Orally, another way of checking for inconsistency is the way they treat different people. Do they say one thing to one person and something else to another? True character isn't selective. It lights up no matter with whom you interact, no matter whether you are talking to a superior, a peer, or someone who will never matter. This isn't just a lesson about observing others, though. After all, it's a call for introspection. Are you always acting the same and sticking to the same principles? Are you fair and respectful to people, no matter what the payback? Stoicism forces us to live the values we aspire to in others. As soon as we decide to live with integrity, we draw to us people who will do that, and it will raise the bar for everyone else. Trust comes with consistency. Doubt results from inconsistency. And if you watch patterns of behavior over time, you can tell if someone is being sincere or if their motivations are self-serving. What's more, by trying to be consistent internally in your own principles, you establish consistency for others and create an honest and respectful basis for all of your mutual relationships. Let your hands and faith stand unchanging from the winds of shifting loyalties and hidden motives in a world of uncertain attitudes and priorities. 6. Observe their attitude when criticized. Whether constructive or harsh, if it is criticism, it presents like a mirror and reflects a person's true nature. It tells you a lot about someone's sincerity, security, and humility too, in how they react to feedback, especially criticism. Not all people who receive criticism are concerned. Sincere people can even convert criticism into a possibility to develop and improve, while those driven by jealousy or insecurity react defectively, dismiss the criticism, or retaliate to support their ego. Picture two leaders. When employees provide honest, constructive feedback, you listen attentively, thank them for being honest, and try to improve. The other is so quick to dismiss the feedback, or so turned off by those that dare to bring up issues that complaints follow, with an atmosphere of fear and resentment. These extreme reactions to this character are a window into who they are. Criticism is a personal attack on those jealous and insecure people who have spent their time building a good image of themselves. Often, what people are still worried about is not being exposed, not being weak. They can boast, they can provide an excuse, or even attempt to discredit the person providing the feedback. For example, perhaps a jealous coworker will reject your helpful suggestions based on the "you are too critical" or "you are never satisfied." But sincere people know that constructive criticism is a gift. It's a chance to see what they don't see and get better. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely noted, "If anyone tells you that he speaks evil concerning you, make no excuses for what is said of you, but answer saying, 'He knew nothing of the other faults I have, otherwise he would not have spoken only of these.'" The hallmark of strength and sincerity is in this humility, accepting one's flaws without defensiveness. When either you or others offer them feedback, listen to how they react, and you'll be able to discern their true character. Are they listening attentively, and asking clarifying questions and expressing gratitude, or run in the other direction and react with hostility, dismissiveness, or deflection. With enough time, you notice these patterns, which either give you a clue whether their intentions are purposefully right or purely self-perpetuating. If you are not just observing others in this lesson, this is also a time to reflect on how you react too. Are you open to feedback, or do you instinctively go protective? Stoicism tells us that the opinions of others are an externality, something we can't do anything about, but that what really matters is our response. Accepting the constructive criticism with the level of humility not only builds this character, but also grows the relationships overall. If you want to know who your truest allies are among the fragile egoed crowd of the world, pay attention to how they react to criticism. In valuing this insight, you allow yourself to have relationships on the basis of trust, respect, and mutual growth, which is the only way there is genuine peace of mind. As we wrap up today's exploration, it's clear that Stoic philosophy provides us with powerful tools to navigate the complexities of human relationships. By applying these 10 lessons, we can learn to identify jealousy and deceit, not just in others, but also in ourselves. Through mindful observation, consistency, and self-awareness, we can safeguard our inner peace, even in the face of external negativity. The Stoic teachings remind us that true happiness and fulfillment don't come from external validation or the approval of others. They come from the tranquility that arises when we focus on our own actions, intentions, and reactions. In the end, how we choose to respond to the world around us is what truly matters. So I challenge you to take these lessons into your everyday life. Look at your relationships through a Stoic lens. Apply these principles, and you'll begin to build stronger, more authentic connections that are free from the toxic undercurrents of jealousy and deceit. The more you practice these teachings, the more you'll find yourself surrounded by people who genuinely uplift you, and who, in turn, will be uplifted by your sincerity. If you found these lessons valuable, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Let's spread this wisdom to help others on their journey of self-improvement. Together, we can foster a community that values honesty, integrity, and peace of mind. Keep practicing, keep growing, and remember that the journey toward becoming the best version of yourself starts with the choices you make today.